So it's officially March, and I feel like it is the first day of the season for me because I can finally plant stuff. It's not too, I have just number of weeks that I can, they won't get too leggy. But this year I actually pre-sprouted Ranunculus, and I had no idea what I was doing. You know, I threw it in the pail, I had the little water thing, they came out all plump little octopuses, and then I put them in this tray, and I put it actually down in my basement, where it's about, I think it was close to 60 degrees. I let them down there for a couple weeks, and then I just went down there today to check. It wasn't even a couple weeks, it was a week. And quite a few of them have all this little, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, little white roots going on. There's one that have a lot of them. This guy, I'm so excited. Just because I've never done this. And now I'm going to pot them up. And I've never done them, and they kind of need a hoop house in our area. And I'm kind of, I have a makeshift one. I'll show you what I did last year for one, and we're going to try it out and see if it kind of works for these. Because I love these. These are my favorite flowers ever. And I've never been able to grow them. And I can't really find them local here either. They just are not grown. Like, you even ask people around here, and they're like, what are those? Ranunculuses? And so I'm excited to grow them, and I'm hoping it works good. So, what I'm going to do, I already have some pre-moistened soil here. Seed starter mix, actually. Not sure if I could have got away with pine soil. Probably, but we're doing this. I'm going to plant them in these little 4-inch pots that I have, and just 2 to 3 inches down. And hopefully this works. This is an experiment, so you guys can come along the journey with me. I'm just gonna put them in there and put them on one of my trays. And then I'll put them under the grow light, maybe a little bit more dirt in there. And we'll see what happens. Okay, here's just a closer up shot. So like this one, obviously look how awesome that is. And even this one, you can see the growth points. But these 3, you can't see anything. And so I think those ones are dead. So I have about 3 right here. But even like this one has like a little growth point you can kind of see. So we're planting them up. I'm excited. So the only other things I've been able to start so far is I'm going to start my onions, which this is just a sweet Spanish yellow Utah jumbo. I planted them last year. So this is last year's seed. Hopefully it does well. And it was great. I still have onions. They're in my garage, and we still have quite a few onions left, and I love onions. So easiest thing to plant ever. Like, I'm going to put them in these, just spread out the seed. I left about 1/2 inch. Just gonna spread seed and then cover them with dirt, put them under the light, and they'll grow. The only other thing I've started is my stock. I've never done stock. This is first year for stock for me too, and I could have started it earlier, it said, but I was a little hesitant because I don't know what I'm doing. So there's a little hesitancy there. But I started it about 4 days ago, and they look so cute. They're these little babies right now, and they're growing. And I'm gonna try to cull out the single ones and go for the double ones. So I'll be doing that probably within a week or 2, and that's all I can start right now. So I'm in the zone 6. No, I'm in zone 6B, 6A, 6B, 5A. Crap, I don't know what zone I'm in. 1 second. My brain is not working today. 5A. I'm in the zone 5A, and so it doesn't get like, I mean, it still gets cold here, but it's kind of confusing, the whole zone thing sometimes, because you can live in a zone 5A and your last frost date could be like middle of April. my last frost date is actually end of May. Like, we almost always have a snowstorm on Memorial Day too. And so a lot of people around here don't even plant, like, they won't plant out their tomatoes or any warm crops out until June. So my season is technically really short. And the first frost of the season is, I want to say end of September. Like, I have a super short season, even though we live in a kind of warmer climate, I guess. But, so the zone you're in matters. It matters because of how cold your temperature gets, but it actually matters mostly your last frost date and your first frost date. So that's my season short, and I just have to work with it. So that's why I can't start planting until March. Like, otherwise I would just run out of space so fast. Even right now I'm a little bit like, I might run out of space. But in a couple weeks I'm going to start my snapdragons, so all my cold crops I can kind of start and get them out of the house. But I really can't start my warm crops until almost April inside, but it's exciting. All right, so I'm gonna plant my onions. I just pretty much, it's the easiest thing. You go like this and you just kind of spread them around. And I do them thick because you just spread them, like you just pull them apart when you go to plant them. They're like these little streety things. You just pull them apart by the roots and plant each one, and it's great. Easier to do this in a bowl, but. So I just kind of drape them along there and then I cover them with soil. And hopefully in a few days we'll see some germination, or yeah, a few days to a week, I think, these ones. But it's the start of the season, 2022, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I'm excited to start all these new things and try them out and just see what works and what doesn't. But thanks for watching, guys.